And I'm
This was a bit dark, man. I just kind of got lost in my thoughts in there. You know, like
yeah, they need to keep us active.
I forgot why we were doing this, and I was just like sad.
Speaking of dark thoughts, that's the most frustrated I've seen Nico in some time as well. There's a lot of death slamming, a lot of arguing going on there. He was getting blown out the water each and every single round. They take each other's picks convincingly, and now we have the great decider of Inferno. I'm sure they can bounce back. It all starts here. They won the knife. They get the CT side, and G2 trying to bounce back here as we'll get into Fnatic said with that Nikodos P250 again. Now he caused absolute havoc with that on Nuke. I'm sure he can replicate those scenes. We'll see what he can do.
We've got Jakey and MC to provide all of our observing delight.
Let's
Still,
go.
1x bet, hedging their bets towards G2. And we can see G2 with Nico at the helm on this defense. They've got a 3-man lean towards the B sites. The right call. Hunter's already swept and had a glance through bedroom. It might lead to an early rotation. JKS and Hunter likely going to work on the flank 3 on the receiving end of this. Nikodos going to try and be the pointy end of the spear. Smoke, they have to run through that. Monacy with the dual Berettas primed and ready. Hooksy first headshot, and the Julie's good for one as well. It's Nico. Allows him at least one to be shut down. 2 from Fnatic, but they are lethal. Look at that. Crims, War of Attrition 1. Plant can be run down.
It certainly can be, and they are going to deny the plant just about. One player remains. JKS will take care of him. The full B execution doesn't work out for Fnatic. No default presented, just straight up towards the banana, executing lightly in towards the bomb site, having to push through that smoke, but G2 with 3 players ready and waiting, mow them down and successfully convert the 2 versus 1. Good
start for G2.
Also so quickly on the flank, right? Despite the 3B setup, but in the end it was a 2v2 for Fnatic, right? Like they managed to get a decent trade considering the situation, but Hunter and JKS like, just too fast. This was getting dicey. It's like,
yeah, I thought the bomb was going down for a second there, but it's absolutely fine. No force fight for Fnatic by virtue of not planting the bomb, so they'll be bringing out the AKs in the 3rd. You can see G2 preparing for that. 3 rifles ready and raring, as we'll see once again. A banana attempt coming through. Very decent flashbang. Nico is there to protect, but they find Hooksy. It's a little bit awkward on the retreat, and they might take down Nico here.
Oh, he takes every kill he can, but does go down in the process. That B site lost. Plant likely.
Yeah, considering they're buying up next round, this is already looking very good.
Yeah, it's like a bonus. I mean, there shouldn't be much more to be said, given this retake's coming in. There is no kit, and there is a good flank. Crimson disrespects the smoke, catches Monacy on the way in, and caught a glimpse of another.
This was a full eco. They were preparing for round 3, and now they're in a 2-on-2. They actually might even have the upper hand with the bomb at the stage it's at. Mezzi, great position. Just JKS remaining with his trademark MP9. Great damage with the grenade, but has a lot of work to do here. No kit as well. Easy first kill. Should convert, and it's a full eco victory for Fnatic.
That is a heartbreaker for G2. That's going to go echoing through the team comms. You can see the euphoria on one side, but if you cut to the G2 cams, I bet it's nothing more than tuts of tongues and furrowed brow. That's not good.
You need to take a timeout here.
Yeah, right?
Like, you should be taking a timeout.
Glocks.
Right now.
A B, an Inferno, it's iconic.
And it's also like, you know, the frustration for Nico is he can't even cover Hooksy because he's in his crosshair.
Yeah, it was clumsy.
You know, like the way he's falling back. That was great timing for Fnatic. Just one flash, Glock eco, right?
Shout out to Crims as well for the innovative play. Like, they needed something there. As Alex said, that one looked like it was done. Someone had to step up and find a cheeky frag, and he certainly did. A devastating play through the smoke. And now, of course, the force buy in response. Nico, grenade down towards the bottom of Banana, does tickle Nikodos down to 82. They do have a chance of winning this one, but it's going to take a lot of heroics with these Desert Eagles. A couple of smokes remain.
These are shades of the old G2 that you see, right? Win pistol, lose second round,
happened on Nuke as well.
Frustration, and all of that jazz. So they really need to be focused about the new G2 and try to you know, remember some of the things that worked so well for them mentally more than anything else. I mean, it's 1-1. You know, you could have lost the pistol and could have been 3-0.
Right.
Yes, that's not what happened, but you need to have a positive mindset while you're in the game.
Well, just Hooksy alone and Nico with a show-stopping shot towards Roy. So they'll funnel them back towards the B bomb site here. Hooksy, as mentioned, alone with a P250, drops his final smoke. Molotov towards new boxes, smoking out spawn as well. Fasha should be in a prime position to take this one. Might even push through the smoke. Hooksy finds it.
That's massive with the AK equipped. He finds another onto Mezzi. JKS catches the aggressive lurk. Crims comes out of Boiler, and Nikodos has lost his team. Alone now. Early with, 20 seconds left. The bomb's under their rule. He's just going to try and hold on to what he can. He brought the biggest gun into the game. Let's see if he can leave this round with it. JKS is on the hunt. And Nikodos going to moonwalk into him. Looks like the Savage will have another I feel sick. I feel sick.
Come on now.
I want to go see the nurse, please.
Unfortunate, they get the job done. It's an XD in chat from JKS. So I think that's all you can do at that point. It's a little XD. I haven't seen one of those in years.
No, I've never seen JKS order a cappuccino. Like such a frothy cappuccino.
Yeah, extra shot of soy in that one as well, I believe. That was wild.
Holy moly.
Okay, the Glock pulled out. He didn't have a helmet, to be fair, with the looks of things. So we'll give him that one. But still, a fun moment, but a very convincing round from G2. They bounce right back after the full eco deficit they received before, forcing back Fnatic. Nikodos does still have the AWP. Tentative positioning at the start. No one entering Banana. Just waiting for the utility to be deployed first.
See, that's the play from m0NESY, the nade behind the smoke to see through. He's such a little nerd.
Yeah, well, I mean, if anyone's definitely been taking notes, it's going to be Fnatic. Not going to be going anywhere near middle at a start. m0NESY's got a bit of a penchant for the early info there.
I mean, Nikodos does have the op. They don't expect it. It's a glass cannon. But with this sort of a buy, how much can he really do, you know, on a map like Inferno?
Or maybe he can demonstrate. A glass cannon T-side orb surrounded by, what, P250s?
It's ambitious, but we'll see if he can crack things open. Hunter ready and waiting towards Arch. m0NESY, AWP of his own, holding quad side. He will be tested first, but averts his gaze for a second. Hunter now, ooh, lucky to be alive.
That's an opportunity. Falling by the wayside, they start to gather on short side. The whole squad's here from Fnatic. G2, the better equipped.
Decent mid-control, though, for Fnatic. Not with much utility left. A couple of flashes, a single smoke. Smoking in front of the pits. Double flash towards the bomb site. Options are limited. That's one of the few.
I mean, the smoke will isolate Hunter and JKS. Leaves m0NESY with a decision to make as it flies. And here they go. JKS from pit. Vision's restored, and a good find from m0NESY through the smoke. Hunter only the one. It's good from m0NESY as well for the second. Building upon it with JKS. The crossfire successful. And Nikodos, all too familiar scenario for him. A bullet finds his dome. m0NESY finds his first 3 frags.
Excellent shooting. m0NESY shuts it down, as you might expect there. Close range AWPing is his specialty, and that should send Fnatic to the doldrums and more eco on the cards here, as we'll see. Just Glocks for now. $2,000. You can't really justify anything at the purchase. Not even a P250 ready at the lost stage. Currently at 2. So just a flashbang. Maybe wait for the initial utility. Flash over, try and just go towards B again, I suppose. It worked out before.
Yeah, if you can replicate that one. This time I think HooXi's been leashed. In the back of the site, good nade, max damage onto Crimson. Nico flashed in for a multi-kill. Lots of bodies dropping, 3 at the hands of Nico's spray. And it's HooXi that puts the cherry on top there. So just the recovered M4.
That's more like it. Everything under control. Don't have to force the issue, but they've got him pinned. Nothing Nico can do. Oh, Hunter does go down, but not the end of the world. Nico's over 4-1 in favor of G2 here. m0NESY still on the AWP. Money will just allow them to get AK-47s and basic utility on the T side. But here we go. Getting into the meat and potatoes of this first half. The force buy segment is over.
We'll see if this might be something, you know, fall from the spawn, if Fnatic wants to change the pace.
Yeah.
Because of the lack of utility, it's hard to play default and exchange the utility in Banana, right? Like, you'll be depleted sooner than G2. The Battle of the ex-Copenhagen Flames. Probably you guys have said it like 7 times already.
Dinko brought it up a few times, but yeah, it's definitely definitely true.
It's amazing how when you take a look at the top 10, top 15, all of the Flames managed to land on their feet.
It is mental. I think Warburg was like tweeting it out. Like that roster was being offered up, the full roster, for like 160, 180K.
Wow.
Like that's insane. You know, even so Henry G wouldn't pass on that deal.
You could buy like Copenhagen Flames 3 times or 1 m0NESY. The whole team 3 times or 1 m0NESY. Tough one, yeah. And here, speaking of the Devil, he has been dispatched early towards B. We know this is quite a potent pairing when they want to show that up early towards the second letter.
Well, towards B we go. Janka did say they'll need some sort of set piece, a concept to make this round work with the little they have. But challenging m0NESY might not be the best approach as he's incredibly fast. Nails the first shot towards the in-game leader. Fasha responds, Nico goes down, and they're going to try and pounce on top of the AWP here.
Yeah, Fasha was thinking about it. You could see, knew there was a small window of opportunity. Now elapsed, re-smoke from Hooksy, and rotation through to support, but they are coming.
This is dangerous with only one molly. They can't push him out of position.
It's a good point. m0NESY will likely have safe haven upon the fade of the flame. And smoke, Hooksy postures forward. Good damage from the spray. Holds his nerve and holds the spray for one. Still m0NESY, the back of the site. Lets one go. Whistles past the ear of Fasha into the A site, or excuse me, B. It's 2 across the 4. Hunter on the coffin's position. They don't have to rush this, but they are already battered. Bruised. Nikodos catches one on the reaggress. Hunter's down. m0NESY being run down. Still hit shot. 2 versus 2. Throws away the AWP for style points.
JKS is confused. Like, that's why he's not faster on this rotate. They're so quiet, Fnatic.
And now Nikodos has been spotted out. Knows Crims has come to close the gap, and now that awkward silence will be broken by the plant of the bomb.
JKS with it all to do here. Makes his presence known, the loud footsteps coming in from the banana area. Nails the first shot. That was the easy challenge, though, up against Crimson.
Oh,
HP rises to the occasion and absolutely nails the shot there. Easy defuse and finds the AWP with plenty of time to spare.
Oh, that second shot, just
beautiful.
Bang on the money.
That was so fast.
Well, it was looking like a pretty rough round there. Remember, that was just a straight-up B play coming in from Fnatic there. m0NESY opened things up very well, but then he was pinned. An iconic position for him, but the Desert Eagle not shining as bright as you might like, but JKS certainly delivers on all fronts.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, that's more like it.
Yeah, and you can see what it means to Nico.
I don't like seeing him upset.
No, you
Breaks
don't.
my heart.
Well, it's also something we've kind of been grown familiar with over Counter-Strike, the near misses of Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he needs to take it easy. You know, like
Yeah.
just you need to learn to not let it affect you as much.
Here we go. Big
They did
round.
the aggressive smoke and they did an aggressive push. What is this from Hooks? He got no bullets, mate. Doesn't
Big.
matter. Uses the last 6 to great success. Takes the double as Crims responds in kind. The app set up Rumble. JKS and Hunter dead. And look at him go. He's trying to punish. Will walks straight into the scope of m0NESY. A third component. Unexpected by Crims.
Well, still in this round, but it's Roy and Mezzy with just Gilils here. Smoke and a flash between them. Bomb on the back of the in-game leader. He might find the gap here. There is a chance. m0NESY's alone, aware of the threat and starting to reposition here. 1 minute. You'd assume they'll get together, but Roy currently investigating towards the bottom of Banana. Trying to suggest they'll be heading in that direction while Mezzy can sneak out. So if Roy can cause a lot of noise, maybe find a kill towards Hooksy, you never know.
m0NESY's a dead man! How? How does he keep breaking the rules? He hits the shot completely caught out, just compensates with raw mechanical skill.
Well, that's what you were saying yesterday on the desk. You're saying even though m0NESY finds himself in compromised positions, sometimes he has the skill to actually back it up and save the day time and time again, and he'll convert yet another beautiful round. 3 frags in total. Just rock solid there on the quad side of Inferno.
You know, I wonder, like, I want to see if we can his POV, because you could tell earlier he was aware of apps, right? So is he running intentionally and
Possibly.
then turning, like, you know, trying to bait that? Oh, he just saw him, like, with the corner of the... He's just so fast. Like, it wasn't, but I don't know why G2 is, like, making an aggro play in Banana and pushing apps at the same time. It's a bit... Again, I always say this. You don't want to do it at both places at the same time, sort of, but also they probably just got caught. I don't know why no one was watching Boiler. They were both looking down apps. It was a little bit strange. You know, you have a 5v3 for free, and then all of a sudden it's 3v3 almost immediately, with Crims getting the 2K.
Well, he'll have to do a lot more than that to make this round a reality. They will be purchasing up with just MAC-10s and pistols and a bit of utility. So you would expect a step piece, ideally towards the apartments here. Lurk Smoke trying to get the MAC-10 out. It's in the hands of Roy right now, and he's got the bomb as well, making his way up towards second middle. Crims will join him. CT's gone for a bit of a short lean, though. A couple of players in the apartments. This is perfect. They've read this one very well indeed. With the AWP there as well to bait.
Very hard to break. Monacy, oh, actually lets it go, but JKS does not.
Solid.
That's more like
Firm
it.
grasp of apartments.
That is more like it. Clean round. Just what the doctor ordered.
Very important considering we're at the halfway point of the first half. Wow, this is harder than I thought.
Yeah.
But
Does get you sometimes.
yeah,
We've all been there.
This gives them more options moving forward, taking risks, and then potentially saving if things don't go their way early on in the round. And just philosophy changes from yes, we're playing to win the round, but if it's going bad, let's try to get some exit kills and put pressure on their economy.
Well, a perfect call from Hooksy there, reading the finances very well. They did take a timeout, so he's adjusting his setup accordingly. Nikodos, though, AK-47 this time, gets himself in towards logs. Monacy seems to be everywhere on the map right now. Grenade to the face, that's about 80 damage. And we will see whether JKS can open things up. He certainly does. Burns Roy down to a crisp.
Nasty way to go. G2 definitely shaking off the loss of Nuke. And so far, so good. Nikodos presented with Flame. We'll have to respect it.
Not in Copenhagen anymore.
Yeah, not in Copenhagen anymore. Stone's throw from the Mediterranean, live from Malta, baby. And Hooksy actually going to get a rude awakening as they round this corner. No smoke, no announcement of their presence.
No one ever checks this corner, though. Yeah, he almost gave it up. I'll have a look, but not properly.
No,
but,
yeah, I'll pretend to look.
But I made up for it. What a reaction that was. Hunter found as well. This looks like to be the first gun round for Fnatic. Bear in mind, this won the second round force by so far.
Yeah, JKS would be very hard pressed.
He's had some great rounds so far in Inferno. Double digits. A chance now. Converts the first.
Yeah, and he needed a whole lot more. Mezzy quick to mantle up and find it. Now, bomb yet to be planted, but it looks like Nico's already made a decision. Yeah, I can see him backing away towards New Box. Still on that B side. Maybe Monasty's going to join him as well. And so, yeah, first gun round for Fnatic. Not forgetting that second round, the Glocks being there first.
It wasn't even a force buy, was it? It was the second round eco victory, the Glock train. Yeah, okay, my bad.
Which we convinced ourselves, and understandably so, we have grounds to, that was going to be the bit to send G2 off the face of the earth.
I normally preface all of those rounds saying, well, the best you can hope for this sort of setup is getting the bomb planted. That's about as good as it possibly gets. So the fact they even won that, and that's the only round they have up until now, kind of surprising, but still, Fnatic, that's a pretty convincing one. Monacy will save the AWP. Nico with the M4. Money is pretty decent overall. Actually, very good. Monacy with $10,000, so he'll certainly be able to drop a weapon. Round 10 coming up, getting to the closing stages here, and Fnatic have a lot of work to do.
I wonder if this is where G2 does their second mid push or something a little bit more aggressive, right? Like Fnatic is opening with default plays almost every round. On one side, you can change the pace. On the other side, you've been getting openings so far already. I mean, that was a 5v4 that they lost. It's weird that no one was baiting for Hooksy. There was no like setup there. He's just alone in the corner.
Right.
Honestly, does want to take an aggressive peek and so quick to the draw onto Roy. Twice now, he's been the first in the grave. And back-to-back rounds. Honestly, this time, the one to tuck him in. Coming towards Nico's domain.
Hooksy's about to flash him in as well, so send forward and actually converts a frag. A smoke to deny any sort of trade there as well. Nikodos did no chance whatsoever. So now do they fall back or maintain control of the mouth of Banana? Here, that's a great shot. Fascia on top of the logs, but my point is they should have probably peeled off there with the 5-on-3.
Unnecessary, I agree.
Well, Hooksy will have to come back up. Nico tucks himself in towards first oranges. Fascia at the front of the pack. Mezzy with the bomb. And we've got a bit of a ruse coming in from Crims potentially. Listening out for rotations. Well, his teammates might go for the double pump here. They don't have to commit off this execution, as it were.
Double smoke. CT's respond.
Yeah, they're falling back. Trying to keep two there. While Crims listens for the rotations. Hasn't heard anything, though. They hold their positions.
Yeah, statues. This mid-crossfire, or mid-centric crossfire. You can see JKS is still responsible for balcony.
Crims has to be activated here. He's got the only gap available.
28 and counting. Mezzi with the bomb, heading A. Nade's good. Right on the money, but Mezzi's headshots are better. Both down on the A side of things, and the rest just crumbles for G2. How does that go so wrong so quick?
Well, Mezzi had a fantastic nuke as well. He was top fragging for Fnatic, and that's another fantastic sequence from him. Round over, you can't even consider going for it.
And this is how games slip
That was
away.
a 5-on-3, right? Again.
It's a 5v3, 5v4 previous round. You know, m0NESY is holding that angle. It's like, in a 5v5, that's okay. Like, you're fast, you can hit those shots. But in a 5v3, we don't need you to hit that shot.
Yeah,
like, the pressure is on them to figure something out. And you can see how much difference one kill makes. Like, you sort of have to play 2B.
Yep.
Because with 3 guys, if they execute B, even, you know, 3v2, it's like they can still have a 1v2 in the end to plant. And you can see the gap. Like, JKS is aware of it. He knows Crims is alive, the apps player. He knows that Fnatic likes to do these things where they use utility on one side to let the lurker play on the other side. And just Mezzi with a, you know, good kill on Hunter. The round is over there because Crims is going to come out of apps even if JKS kills Mezzi.
Flawless.
Oh, that's rough. Wheels starting to fall off now.
Yeah, interesting. Admittedly, a stat that's not just applicable to of the tier 1 scene, but I saw a graph that was looking at just retakes, how commonly they're attempted and how successful they are. Now, would any of you like to guess which was the most attempted to be retaken site? Like, what's the site everyone was trying to retake the most?
On Inferno?
It was Inferno A site. Inferno A site. People tried the most out of all the maps in the pool and failed the most. It was like interesting to see. It was the most attempted and simultaneously the least successful retake. I guess it makes sense. You're not really going to be retaking a lot of the times that bomb goes down on B.
Yeah, well, that's that would Dust 2B bomb site is the one you're always giving up, right? Inferno B, Dust 2B. But here we go. Setting up the reservoir of utility outside the B bomb site. Courtesy of Hunter, leaving all his goodies for the boys at Banana. Big round here. Finance is starting to crumble now for G2 after giving up that 5-on-3 advantage that they found. Given up by m0NESY. Decent grenade down towards the log. Should do some good damage there. Fashion down to 31. Quite passive from both teams here. Barely a default from Fnatic, just waiting for the initial bombardment of utility to cease. And retake grenades thrown by NiKo here.
The immediate extinguish from Nikodos will sow seeds of doubt.
No more mollies on Fnatic.
NiKo goes looking. He's in pursuit of answers upon the fade. He has HooXi alongside for the ride. Fash has already caught 2 nades.
Also not sure why HooXi has the AK, NiKo has the M4, but okay.
An up close and personal setup here. Much more aggressive. You're all in.
What happens if they flash half wall?
They can't with this late in the round. They can't spend it. They can't give away the info with that flash.
And then, in which case, you get NiKo first contact, and HooXi needs to get something. Double kill from NiKo, but Fnatic are in. We just talked about retaking B. We talked about the hazards of it. Hunter's poking his nose in. See if he can catch anything early.
m0NESY and JKS are so far away as well. Hunter has to try and do something by himself. Is that a smoke? Oh, they're in trouble now.
There's one more on Mezzi as well. There should be another save for G2, but they're maybe getting frustrated by all these saves. That's your best bet.
Off they go, start to peel away. Fnatic starting to get stronger and stronger here, taking advantage of these different setup G2 are presenting. This one at the sandbags had a good start. Looked like NiKo was going to provide a hat trick there, but HooXi couldn't find the shots.
Even the time, like NiKo starts moving for some reason, right, just as they're coming in.
Yeah.
Then HooXi dies first. I'm not even sure how that happened, but that's the problem with that setup. It only works if like 1 guy or 2 guys are trying to come back and retake top B. If you have, you know, 4 players coming for an execute and clearing it, like you're at best going to get, what, a 2-for-3 trade, you know, but that still gives them a 2v3 in B side and they can stand whenever they want because the rotation takes so long.
Well, there we go. It all falls apart. Final investments here for G2. Money running thin, but they did save some weaponry, so not all this lost this round. Round 12 coming up, And no one towards B whatsoever. This looks to be an A attack, nice and early. 3 towards second middle. Want to see this time towards quad.
G2 has 4 players in mid. This should be a slaughter.
Should be.
We're about to find out if it will be, as already m0NESY good for the first. It's a second as well out of the AWP bomb, scattered to the floor. 1 back from Crims in the meantime, but yeah, that bomb is lost and likely the round to follow. Good call out of the G2 in-game leader.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. m0NESY confirms the round as Nikodos remaining now towards the B side of the map, challenging Nico, who was holding alone. And they'll meet each other in the smoke, and Nikodos should be going down here. There it is. Very clean round from G2, just what they needed considering the financial woes they were facing. 3 from m0NESY, and we go to round number 13 as we'll see Fnatic with plenty of cash in reserve after winning 3 rounds in a row.
This is that's the problem. It's hard for m0NESY, right? Like, you play gun round after gun round after gun round. You want to do something a little bit differently. You don't want to do another default, and G2 just sort of 1 step ahead with the read, playing for brackets. They faked with the nades that they were fighting for banana and had that stack, and it's extremely hard to break it.
Bit of a timeout. A chance to catch our breath. How are you guys doing today?
Very well, very well. How are you?
Well,
I'm doing great. I've got to play a few characters today, got to experiment with some of my new comedy routines. Not all of it landed, but most of it was pretty good.
I would say most of it.
funniest man in esports is back.
We're working on it. Slowly regaining my powers. But for now, G2. Once again, 3 towards B at the start just to deposit the utility. Let's see, decent grenade.
Fnatic looked like they might want to do something similar, right?
Yeah.
There's no way
Same
G2
again.
stacks it 2 times.
They wouldn't dare. Let's see if they can get the same result. Ooh, whip of the boost. He's up in time. Anti-flash. They're coming in. And oh, JKS scores 2 straight out of the round. And now on the reagress, perfect chance, and HooXi's let it slip. Need m0NESY to find the close. How much can one man do?
Well, that was scrappy and a little bit clumsy there with the missed boost. JKS, though, somehow finding 2. They have got the man advantage for now. Nikodos at 5 HP as well, but Crims looks like he could cause some damage here. Jumps up, an opportunity, but Hunter will strike. And that should be it. Well held by G2, considering they were caught with their proverbial pans around the ankles. And HooXi probably should have got one as well, but there we go. They make up for it, no problem. Round 14 should be a bit of a gimme here. I'm expecting just a partial buy from Fnatic. So G2 in full control right now, looking good.
I feel like if you ask JKS, that's probably one of his favorite angles to play. He got that 4K in Katowice, you know, it was the semi-final or the final. And I don't know why Fnatic, once they kill HooXi, HooXi is the B player, right? Like, why do you keep going A? Because it's m0NESY, Nico, and Hunter alive. 2 A players and 1 B player. Probably better to freeze, maybe try to take long, right? Instead, they just run into m0NESY, he gets 1 more kill, and Hunter closes it off.
Yeah, m0NESY is mauling them right now. 13 kills for him, JKS 14 after a very quiet nuke showing. And here we go, Nico up for it, AK-47 in hand. Juggling some utility, looks like retake grenades coming in once again. Indeed they will be. They didn't use it before, they didn't actually push out. So it'll be interesting to see where they want to flash over. Normally HooXi have to flash from the coffins. Enable a peek from Nico, but once again, just trying to see what the reaction is. Oh, boost towards the new boxes. They haven't seen this half, good for once. A showing, and I'm sure this will provide a couple of kills. Perfect setup for it.
It should be good. Who's Nico? Happy to greet them with hot lead. HooXi will throw out a nice smoke for a potential reposition. Not going to be too much to worry about. I say that as HooXi's getting whittled away at by Deagle bullets. Still handled. Looking for a clean conversion. 1 blemish on the record, courtesy of Crims. But it's all locked down, and his door, his exit, has also been slammed shut. JKS is holding that. His awareness of even the potential off angle wasn't far off with the placement of his crosshair, but ooh, sheesh. m0NESY gets handed a headshot. Nice work from Crims to get something done, but that's 10-4. And G2 definitely have come in all guns are blazing.
It was a turbulent start to the half, though. It wasn't clear who was going to be taking this one, but G2 have asserted their dominance as the gun rounds proceed. You can see Nico, Monacy, JKS all performing to a very high level. And final round of this first half, we'll see 5 AK-47s and all the utility they need after the previous eco. Fnatic, I'd say they need this one. 11-4 will be a very difficult recovery. We'll see what they can make of it. They've tried set pieces, the defaults, and they are entering the mouth of Banana once again. Nikodos trying to avoid the utility that keeps raining in. Hooksy playing on the front foot. Another incendiary deployed, and the grenade as well should do some decent damage and then some.
Yeah, he's not stopping. Hooksy not relenting and unsuccessful. Nico trying to finish what his teammate started. The Deagle does. Nikodos gone. M4 delivered.
Oh, no bullets there.
Still no bullets in that one.
Cheers, Hooksy. Wow. They've got the man advantage, but once again, not falling back.
And Monacy could be in trouble too.
It's the same position as well. Logs that he seemed to overlook. Oh, no.
Hello.
Oh!
Ambitious, but I like it.
And he hits it 90% of the time.
I agree. Well, they've got the man advantage. Round not over yet. A lot of work to be done. Holding the B bomb site. Hunter. Haven't seen too much of him so far. He has no grenades to speak of. Sat on top of first oranges, trying to get one kill and drop off. JKS given the task of holding the complete A side alone here. Crims lurking as ever. Hunting for information. And will be spotted if he makes his way out of boiler. Dead.
Does JKS rotate off, or does he have to keep an eye on A? Now with the util flowing through, he will rotate through. 25 seconds, starting to hear the commitment out of Fnatic. Hunter, stubborn, and he loses out, but that's the bomb down. Nice catch to trade through the smoky spray. JKS, so much damage, just gets away with 20 HP. Him and Roy in a standoff. Roy needs to plant. Does he commit to it? He does. JKS, a hard man spray!
No.
Fnatic will take it. A clutch to finish. Definitely some discussions to be had in the halftime. We're going to find out which one of these teams is going to the last chance stage and which one will secure a spot in the playoffs.
No need for the telephone hype, yeah. Tell a man no trouble, I don't want beef, man, I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, yeah. Tell a man no trouble, I don't want beef, man, I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, nah.
Run 'em up, run 'em up. I run with some goons, they pulling up. Looking for a problem, ooh, that's us. We get on the field and run 'em up, ayy, run 'em up, run 'em up. I run with some goons, they pulling up. Looking for a problem, ooh, that's us. We get on the field and run 'em up,
okay, I can't deny this. I'm still a make you
you turn over your treasure like a pirate. No, it don't matter what party you part of, you not invited. Yes, I got my goons, but I'm gobbling them entirely. I'm a monster, I'll eat my own just to keep up my diet. You don't wanna get hit with the blade of a chopper. Come around, I can't no options. Looking at trophies like, which one is up for adoption? Felon in love, got no conscience. What in God's name, nothing accomplished. Just a feeling your team is about to be feeling. When I come take everything from you, I'm bombing. My team is hard body, bulletproof chest with a K-bone. We from a planet, the only one that got Aves on them. My team got trophies and medals for rolling tanks on them. I'm rocking them Stone Cold, Undertaker, and Kane, homie. Run 'em up, run 'em up. I run with some goons, they pulling up. Looking for a problem, ooh, that's us. We get on the field and run 'em up, ayy, run 'em up, run 'em up. I run with some goons, they pulling up. Looking for a problem, ooh, that's us.
My God, he's a viral! The best of the game!
We're in the third map decider, Inferno. Oh, so appropriate when we have these two titans we have to separate. G2 and Fnatic locking horns in the final half of this one. It is for a spot in the playoffs of EPL Season 17. And of course, have to bounce back after conceding a map they have yet to lose up until today. And of course, since the inception of the roster with Hooksy and JKS's integration into the roster, it's been a real up and down. You know, we've had the pits and the troughs. That's the same thing. What is it? There's
Peaks
a
and troughs?
Peak, and then a trough.
down there, way down in the doldrums.
Nico getting as emotional as in that grand final in Katowice just a couple of weeks ago. But also, Alex, we have Fnatic, the winner of the first 2 seasons of Pro League. Also notable for you hitting your head on a laptop.
Yes, when it was 40 degrees.
Pasha interview, just
The
walking
sweatbox,
out.
Pasha just leaving me high and dry. Hooksy's just charging in. Okay,
Double
gets
dink.
the headshots. And he'll finish them too.
Let's go.
3 in the feed for G2. Very little chances now for that duel Beretta on Roy. He's coming in hot. JKS responsible for this duel.
I'm sure he'll handle it nobly as the first headshot will come through. Had a bit of an awkward finish to the first half, but this one looking fantastic for them. 4 versus 1, Nikodos at the bottom of Banana. JKS trying to find that finishing blow, but Nikodos might not even go for this. Now she gets a headshot through the wooden boards there. Beautiful. Well, there we go. Sometimes the B rush is all you need, boys.
Keeping it simple. The KISS strategy, effective.
Keep it simple, stupid. Trying to take one of them down with him. He had armor and a couple of kills. Might have been worth saving the Kevlar, but either way, each to their own. And we'll be G2 with the B-Rush, converting a couple of Hooksy headshots there. One towards CD Spawn, one on the bomb site, and his teammates get the job done. So it looks like Nikodos will be investing with the Desert Eagle and armor. So not fully investing just yet, but his teammates will. Nikodos saving enough for the AWP in future gun rounds, but they are all in. Here's Hooksy leading the charge and getting the job done.
Bosh.
Bosh. UMP's out. Not my favorite weapon, I have to say it.
He's a man of exquisite taste, this Hunter.
I don't think I've ever got a kill with it, so that's why I'm out.
4B opening.
Yeah, and a quick flash. This could surprise Hooksy. Oh, perfect flashbang, but converted back. One from Crims, and good counter flash. Not able to reposition. Crims is trapped.
Yeah.
Oh, or not. The flash came through, but Hunter Anti good to convert. And this force buy from Fnatic a little flat. 4B, they come B. And have nothing to celebrate. It's only Fasha. Wrong part of the map. And not quite a favorable affair. 4 versus 1.
Fnatic is a team that does good prep, you know, like they find some tendencies and they have plans for it. I think here they probably see that G2 in second round, they love defaulting and, you know, taking banana control, and sometimes Nico does it on his own almost with just some utility help, right? And I think that bit G2 in the ass a couple of times. So now they do the same, but just add a little bit extra bodies and still manage to get the kill. But like, this is super dangerous. Here Roy sort of has to, he starts shooting so they know where he is. There's no one like peeking on his contact, so just a little bit off for Fnatic, but it could have been rough for G2.
Well, they've got away with it. And I don't know whether or not Fasha's going to get away with his MP9. Hunter hunting. loudly.
Proudly, you could say.
You could. And he's heading into at least a last-second engagement. Fasher does lose out on that MP9 and that Kevlar, all the good stuff.
Yanko, while you're in Malta, is there anything you'd like to do while you're here? Any sort of tourism I can set up for you? Any places you'd like to see? Any activities?
I'd like to check out the amenities.
Okay.
Most definitely. And
we can sort that out.
Yeah, I mean, we already went to a nice place for food. That's
Wiggy, shout out to Wiggy's. That was bomb. That was so good.
I want to take Yanko to the steakhouse as well. There's I had a pretty good steak the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Surprised me. Yeah, Lauren Fitch. Shout
Oh,
out
we've been there with Kenny S before.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, that was a lovely place. Well, there we go. That's the Malta segment concluded. I hope you enjoyed it.
We'll come back next week for some reviews from my side and more suggestions.
Well, we have a day off on Monday, right? So that's when I plan to show you the sites and all the activities that are available. And we're looking into some paintballing, perhaps. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I want to do some team building activities. Maybe an escape room, something like that. We've done an escape room before, you and I. I don't think we've done one with Yanko before. That could be fun.
I think Yanko can be quite pragmatic.
Yeah.
He'd be good in the scenario.
Yeah, and I'm also
as opposed to me and Henry, because
I'm also good at escaping confined spaces.
Yeah, you put me and Henry in an escape room, we will just get the most superstitious out of all of them. We'll just be convinced ourselves that it's hidden under the texture. We'll be ripping stickers off the wall.
This speaker looks very suspicious, actually just providing ambient music for the room. I'm just unwiring speakers with a screwdriver and my keys.
Yeah. And the guy's coming in and like, hey, can you stop wrecking the room?
Yeah, knockers, guys. I don't know what you're up to.
I have to reset the room.
We did one in like a jail cell once, and I was thin enough to like slide under the bars. You were not supposed to go under that, like halfway under. I was like, I thought this was so
I apologize. Just swinging a telephone by its cable around his head.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
13.
13. It's close to 16, believe it or not, which is the number that G2 are looking for. Fnatic would have to go on quite the spree now as they get the guns out. We get Nikodos, who was such an instrumental factor for Fnatic's win on map 2. Now equipped with his signature rifle, see how far it gets them. 3-2 division of their defensive resources. Aggressive again. Let's see how far it gets them. Crims and Mezzi erect the totem pole. And Nico, with his procedural clears, gets nothing done.
No one there to trade either. No flashbang upon arrival. And now the advantage for Fnatic. They're trying to retreat, but Hooks, he's locking them in. Big spray down. JKS will reply. And Mezzi holds the advantage for now, but down to a 2-on-2. Smoking towards CT Spawn. Molotov and Coffins as well. Bomb will be planted here. The rotations are a long way off. Yeah. Both coming in from CT Spawn, and Nikodos with the AWP. Maybe a boost is required here.
Or re-smoke. I mean, that's where the boost will have a chance to catch him here. Fasher's got a real opportunity. The pre-aim perfect. Hunter eliminates the threat. Nikodos on the retreat now, and it seems like 14 imminent. Secured just by brute forcing their way up Banana.
And I like that from G2. Like, that's the adjustments they make sometimes, right? Like, again, the opponents know they like to play default, like on Mirage as well. So what do? They send the apps players in Banana as well. So right, you start 3B, and you're going to win a 3v3, but you're not going to win a 3v5. And that's what G2 manages to do, right? And even though Fnatic players, they see JKS's name, they start booking it towards the B site, it's still after the bomb is planted, after there's an extra smoke for CT. You can see it's all 1-for-1 trades.
Yeah, so now they see JKS's name, but it's all too late. And this is great from Hunter.
Yeah, very good awareness. Like we said, that was really the only option they had with the AWP in play, and it gets completely shut down. And of course, when you see one player up there, you know the other boosted him out, just in case that wasn't clear. But round 20 coming up. Fnatic, of course, on the back foot. We're taking a tactical timeout. It's going to have to be a hell of a speech here from Keita. 14-5 down. They are on the CT side of Inferno.
We will fight them on the Banana. We will fight them in our apartments. We will never surrender.
No. They might not have a choice.
Can you please stop calling that guy Pekka? He's not Pekka, he's Petsa.
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 I've been trying to tell everyone.
Try like P-E-T-S-A. That's how you pronounce it. There you go.
Petsa. All right.
So anyway, Pekka over there. You saw him.
MP9s are out and about. The deadly sewing machine looking to stitch up a few G2 players here. Hunt up in towards the bedroom. Not looking to take a nap.
Oh, he's wide awake. Flashes through. They've got this two-man setup. They're going to try and rumble, but Fasha, forward position, wards them off. JKS thinks twice about the repeak, aware of the potential for two. They will now concede. Oh, what's that? Damage just straight through the wall. JKS placement of his spray successful. Doesn't get the frag, but Nikados tagged. And a forward position for Fnatic's defense here on the return to B. Deep smoke as well. Crims will have the option to recede if he desires. Roy cheating Speedway. It does mean that A is rather under defended as it stands. Mid-util out. Nikados, he still has vision. Hooksy does go down by virtue of Abyss Molotov. Well, it's not deep enough.
Oh, Nikados is everywhere, though. Kill towards the quad, now at the arch as well. Hunter gets a face full of AWP. And wow, this is a great sequence of Nikados here. Confirms the round victory single-handedly. m0NESY and JKS can only peel off here. There will be no series point just yet. Saving their own sniper rifle, licking their wounds in the T apartments this time at Crims. He's on the hunt. He might as well go for it as well. Only has the MP9. Hoping to lock them in. Just confirming no one's coming down towards middle. It's the Danish sniper that runs away with the round. Great repositioning. Seemed to be absolutely everywhere on the map. And Crims does have a real opportunity to find m0NESY. He's only got 30 HP on the other side of that door. Holds up for now, though. Looks like everyone's safe, and a clean sweep there from Fnatic. Only one player has to frag, and their campaign on the CT side starts right here, right now. It has to be the perfect game from here on out.
Well, certainly having 3 AK-47s will be a good step in that direction. This is Nikados' frag. And then the second as well, really sealing the deal onto Nico for that third.
Excellent.
See what G2's call is out of the gate here.
I wonder if they do something faster towards A, because Nikados was A last round, so maybe they think he's going to open B. He doesn't. He goes back to mid. And they know now.
Shot. Yeah, that's going to be communicated. See how they build upon this. The utility exchange. Oh, Crims gets 2 for the price of 1. Buy 1, get 1 free, and perhaps a free round off the back of it.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something, though, but a couple of 5-3s have slipped by the wayside today. Not all said and done yet. The Hooksy AWP is out and about.
Definitely one to be feared. In order to...
Hunter and JKS are alive, so this is winnable.
True.
If those two are alive, I saw them in 2v5s a couple of times in Katowice.
Crims, jump spotting for information here. Playing at the half wall. m0NESY will have the flash at the coffins, ready and raring to go. This could be huge. They time this well. Round's done. Oh, it's perfect. Not quite going to get the double kill, but shuts down their attempts towards B. Hunter, bomb spotted as well.
How sick would that have been? Just 2 doubles on Banana. Crims will leave with 3. And now those 2 you discussed, Janko, well, they are left in a 2 versus 4. Let's see if there's anything more, as they are on just polar opposite ends of the Inferno map. He's dumping util, and with the bomb starting to commit. Or collects, and the round soon to follow as JKS will poke himself out. Gets himself 1 as the curtains close on that round 21.
Well, there we have it. Aggression down towards Banana yields a couple of kills. 5-on-3, and then G2 couldn't get any sort of access across the map. Their money running low, unfortunately. A partial buy certainly possible. Doesn't have to be the full eco, but we enter round number 22 with Fnatic with a huge advantage. Saved AK-47s in the hands of Fasha and m0NESY. Should be a bit of a gimme round. We'll see what kind of buy comes through, but it is going to be a timeout for now as we sit back and wait.
Couple of deagles.
You guys
here.
want a fun fact for you?
Yeah, give me.
I would love a
Give you
fun fact. As long as it's fun and safe for broadcast.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Crocodile, technically known as desomorphine, was a legal and patented form of medicine in the US in the early 1930s.
Where is it now?
Well,
kind of dropped off, didn't it?
Yeah.
Fell off a little bit.
Well, just like the user's skin.
Dentists also used cocaine
Yeah.
to numb your
Shout out
teeth.
Coca-Cola or any other
Shout out
soft drink
Elon Musk.
beverage.
How times have changed.
Okay, what else we got here? In the
We don't have a
Thai
penny of a
language,
fact. Yep, go
Thai
on.
language, the word Thai translates roughly as free man. So Thailand can be approximated as meaning free man land.
Well, there you go. I didn't know that. I'd love to get it done.
Take that,
Me
US.
too. It's on my list.
Maybe after Pro League said and done.
But then I saw
venture out.
Jason eating scorpions on sticks. That's not my vibe.
He does that at home, not in Thailand.
Yeah.
Trust me. That guy's crazy.
Anything he can do to try and get back to his former glory days.
Yeah, he sees it as a medicinal option for himself. What bugs can I eat?
HEs for Fasher in pit.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, you'll see 3 of those strikes
If
coming.
you smoke small pit, this can be dangerous.
They're
It
going
gets interesting.
to try it out. This is off the back of a timeout. It's clearly a
These nades normally do a lot of damage. Oh, okay. That one I meant. Fasher's one.
Fasher's kind of nade,
Yeah, it's always really good.
Wow, that was a flawless start for the defense. There is one back from Hunter trying to wrap around with Hooksy up at Graveyard, but look at the read, look at the... Ooh, an
Hang on.
unfinished frag.
3v3 now.
Hold on. Bomb's not uncontestable. They are all coming from Library's side, though. Resmoke's great. Hunter will be able to reposition off the back of that.
Nico has to make a big play here for G2.
I mean, he needs this first. Frag, it has to be clean, and Crims is so well drilled on the clear. Look, he's coming for it.
Ooh!
Shadow betrays. Nico's Deeg slays. Mezzi, though, boosted up for the first. Did he catch a glimpse of Mini Pit? He did onto Hunter. Needs to tuck in. Damage. Needs to find lethality. It's all onto Nico. And Nico does. Eats lead. One-on-one. Mezzi doesn't have the time to play with Nico. 15 secure off a half by triple out of Nikola Kovac.
What an absolute beauty of a deagle shot there to start the process of winning that round. Nico delivers on all fronts, buying 3 kills towards the end, and it's just a spectacular finish for him there.
How does Hunter find the gap on long? Like, this was a... Oh, no, actually, he was short. It was a 3v5, basically, right? Like, Fasher got a nade kill and an AK kill. He killed Roy walking through the smoke. Okay.
Well, there it is, series points. Now we do need the perfect game for Fnatic. They started to wake up here in the second half, but it will have to be stellar at this point to stand a chance. 8 in a row required. It all starts here. An MP9 for Roy, bare bones utility, no kits, 3 players of our helmets. Makes the Nico M4 extremely potent. Good damage towards Grims.
Really hurts. Hooksy weathers the nade back. It's put him down low. Hunter's got a lot of ground apps early. Look at this. Oof. Yeah, and Roy crossing back is reminded of the potential. A 2-man A setup. Crossfire established there, and they are looking for answers, be it as it stands, waiting for that half-wall smoke to fade, and then they'll go, but nothing to be gained off the back of this. Looking for a neat and tidy close now, G2.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? But it's never that easy. We'll see them start to creep towards the top of Banana. Nikoros there with the AWP. Like you say, he's always changing his position, likes to stay dynamic. First opportunity to strike, spots the barrel, nails the shot.
Exactly what you need from your AWP. When your back's against the wall, does post that first, and now come and look in is Hunter. Roy perfectly manages the MP9 up close. Catches Hunter in the apartments, and now just 3 members of G2 waltzing on in. Not going to be an easy one to break. Fasher in that mini pit. Mezzi should pull up in Library just in the nick of time. And Roy, I like this maneuver actually. He's coming behind them short side. Mezzi's been spotted out, executed, and oh dear, Fasher. A lot of bodies to take down. Already dispatches of 1 of the 3. Favoring Fnatic for this retake. Unlikely for JKS and Monacy. Need someone to find a multi-kill here. Nice evasion of the flash, but immediate execution. He's a dead man spraying. JKS will go the same way as his teammates and colleagues, and we will see Fnatic with the first of a long road if they want to close.
I was believing for a second in that 4-on-2. I thought JKS was going to find a huge spray down, but not to be the case. It will be a much needed round for Fnatic, to say the least. They'll save 3 AK-47s and the AWP. It all started here. Hunter getting dropped in the apartments, enabling to get the AK, and then Fasher stronghold in the pits. Roy closing things out. Didn't stand a chance. Monacy and JKS dropped, and so it's the cash for now. Might call for a tactical timeout, but we'll see.
Something that's interesting that I thought about is, like, in this round, if you're G2, because you're at 15, right? Maybe it would have been worth. They had around 3K on everyone except for Nico. He had 6,000, 6,400. Just do a Glock eco, right? Do a Glock eco, die, and then you have like money to keep buying AKs with full nades, right? Like, sure, you can win rounds with Deagles, like they already had with the previous one, on a sort of a half buy. But when you're at 15 and only need one round, it's better to have as many full gun rounds
I agree.
as possible.
Especially if it starts getting tight and you're having the force buy towards the end, it gets really uncomfortable. You want to make sure you have as many opportunities with your
I mean, I have no idea. Sorry, I have no idea what they did, because Hooksy has 3,300 now, Monesi has 4K, Hunter has
right. It's
43, 4,100. Like, what did they do? They spent too much money.
Now you're in that exact scenario. Like now we should partial buy again. Like it's a bit rough.
Now they're full buy. Well, but the lucky thing for them is Fnatic can't know this, right? Like they're expecting a full proper buy, so you can still. But the problem is they're lacking nades, so they probably have to call something faster from spawn.
They've got a Hooksy Mac 10 that could lead the charge up towards Banana, but we'll see which way he's inclined. He is actually full sending it up to that position. Flashed off for now, and here comes the mid play as well. Hunter not slowing down. Through the smoke we go, and there's a bit of a gap there as well, but a bomb goes down. No! Even with the kills found, it's anyone's round, 3-on-3.
Roy's alone though.
Yeah, and they know where he was. Quickly trying to reposition, as is Mezzi through the CT spawn. It's Roy isolated, and still Hooksy trying to get that bomb towards the A side. They don't have info towards Roy's reposition. Mezzi, this is a big duel. If he can clean out Hunter, wow! No problem for Hunter. Finds the headshot with low HP. Really limits the Fnatic options here.
Yeah, this is terrible now for Fnatic. Man down. Look how far removed they are from the scenario as well. Roy's in towards underpass. And Nika does the banana. Boys, yeah, he has to... Look how slow he's going to be getting out of here. Oh. What's the plan here, lads?
You do have to retake. You do need to win this round. Let's see what you've got.
That's another 7 seconds they'll be waiting.
Nico wants to throw himself into their jaws with a quick clear. Bang! Roy and Nikados sent to the Shadow Realm. G2 sent to the playoffs. And Fnatic condemned to the Group A